Took this trade in the H periods. We pulled back and swept that G low. You can see in the session volume profile, you can see it kind of a little bit of a cutout there. And basically just that sweep was my signal to get in. And I'm watching right here specifically to see if we can get back up over that overnight high is that orange line where I have that arrow right there. The only thing that was throwing me off on this, well, there's two things, is we didn't get over the overnight high right there. So I should have added, but because of that, I kind of held back on adding more contracts there. And because that overnight high was so close, then when we started pushing up, then you also had the cash session value rate high, which is right in here, right? You can see it where the green, where the blue turns into the green on the cash session. And by then it was just kind of, if we would have got some type of decent pullback to that overnight high, I think I could have added there. Otherwise, if you look at the session or at the cash or the session value volume profile there, see how there's a kind of a ledge just above where I have that first order. So I wanted to get the first contract off before that. So that would be my regular 27 ticks. Right there, it takes out my first order. I didn't want to see us come under that overnight high at that point. I didn't think there's any reason to retest that. And what I was trying to do is, extend into that. I have an arrow there, but get back into that session from yesterday. You can see the N where you have the low there. That's the spike. And in a second here, I'll move the chart up. I wish I would have gotten to the end of this trade with the two contracts, or if I would have added, I would have tried to hold one longer. Right there, I'm pointing out the base of that spike. So if we do get up over this low from yesterday, which is right here at that red line, and I'm watching the delta, you can see that's moving up, so it looks good. But if we did get over this and I had more contracts, I would take one here. But because I've already taken one off, which I felt like I needed to take one off before that low from yesterday, same idea when I get up to these highs, because it doesn't push right through there. I'll go ahead and take this last one off. But like I said, if I would have had more, it would have been a lot easier to take two off. But I just felt like as we got up through here, and I'm watching that delta, it's not, it's not exploding to the upside. It is moving up. But it just starts to kind of hesitate here. And again, if I would have had more contracts, right, it would be easy. I would take one right here. So I just have these levels. I wanted to take one before that ledge. I wanted to get it off before that low. And I wanted to take one off here. So I just kind of messed myself up by not adding to that, adding those extra contracts. As you can see, I was trying to get to that spike. And then after this, it did go right to that spike. And I was going to front run it. So I was, looking for this area. I was just looking for a pop above, basically a break or somewhere in there. But I go ahead and take it right there. Considering that was, 47, 48 ticks, I pretty much had to take one there.